Hi, I'm James Desborough. I'm the course director for the pharmacy course here at UEA. UEA, or the University of East Anglia, is a medium-sized university in the east of England. It's a lovely campus-based university, and it has been teaching and training pharmacy students for over 20 years. I joined the university in 2004, and since that time I have seen the course grow and develop, and we also have lots of links, one with the other healthcare professional courses here at UEA, so the doctors, the nurses, the physiotherapists, and links with the pharmacy community in this region. So there are several hospitals, lots of community pharmacies and GP practices. But also in the east of England we have pharmaceutical industry as well. So there is a good network of opportunities that our students can get involved in. I came here originally to do my PhD, my doctoral studies, where I was looking at how you manage medicines in older people. And from working here, one, there is a fantastic community, so I have a good network of staff colleagues who are really enthusiastic about developing the world of pharmacy. And because of that reason, I have chose to stay here for over 20 years and now have built my family in this region. I originally chose to study pharmacy because when I was a lot younger I did a profile test that came up with the job as a pharmacist. I looked into that career and I found that one, it meant I could go out and help and support people with their healthcare. It also combined at that stage my interest in some of the underpinning sciences of chemistry and biology. So from that small idea that was given to me, I then went out and got some experience and realised this is a career and a job that I would love to do. The pharmacy course here is fully integrated. What I mean by that is the underpinning science, so the chemistry, the biology, and there's some physical sciences, as well as the social sciences that enable us to interact and work with human beings, are built in from day one, not as separate modules where you'll go and do a chemistry test, but joint together. That way our students, when they are standing in front of a patient, can understand the chemistry of the drug, substance, how it's working in the body, and then how to interact with their patient to make the best decisions and work with the patient for the best outcomes. So in year one, students will come to our course and we'll recognise some of those underpinning sciences. We then bring them together after Christmas in year one to work on one condition, which is high blood pressure or hypertension. Hypertension is a really nice condition to work with. One, because it's one of the most common conditions we see healthcare problems occurring in. But two, a lot of the ways the drugs work lead to understanding the underpinning science behind, one, how a drug works and how it interacts in the body. We then build on this into year two, where we will work through some of the common conditions that people will be exposed to in their lives. So we work through respiratory conditions such as asthma, we move on into infectious diseases, then we work into endocrine diseases such as diabetes, and then cancer. As we move into year three, we start increasing the complexity because most patients don't have one condition and need one drug. Most patients will have more than one condition and will have multiple medicines to help manage those. So we carry on building the range of conditions the students will be exposed to, building that knowledge. So by the end of their third year, they will have effectively been taught all the underpinning knowledge and skills we plan to teach them in the course. The fourth year then enables us to really increase that complexity, not only in the reality of many conditions, many medicines, but also in the variety of behaviours that patients, healthcare professionals may take. So our students can go out to their foundation training, the year on-the-job training they must do after their degree, with a good range of experience, not only of the underpinning knowledge, but also how to apply that knowledge in real-world situations. So one of the great things about University of East Anglia is we have a really good range of facilities and opportunities in the region. So from the early part of the course, students have to go out on placement and start working with real patients, real healthcare professionals. We are located across a field from the largest teaching hospital in the east of England. So one of the areas that students will go and work and get experience in will be in that hospital, but they will also go out and work with a lot of our community pharmacy providers in the region. As we go through the course, they are not only working on their own as pharmacy students, they are working with the other healthcare professionals through our interprofessional learning programme. So they will get to see and work and understand how to work effectively with those other healthcare professionals. There is a large network of research opportunities in this region. It's one of the largest bioscience parks in the country, and therefore our students get opportunities to work in the research labs and the research environment of many of our partners that are spread across the Norwich Research Park. So the route to registration as a pharmacist in the UK is 4 academic years of study and then 1 year known as the foundation training year, in which they must then complete an assessment at the end of that process to become registered as a pharmacist. Nearly all our students will go on to complete that registration as a pharmacist, no matter where they decide their career will go in the future. And the reason being is once you've got that registration, that signed off qualification, you have lots of doors open to where you may wish to take your training and your qualification. Most of our students go on to work in frontline healthcare practice in hospitals, community pharmacies and GP practices. In an average year, there will always be about 5 students who will ultimately go and work in the pharmaceutical industry, from a range of roles, from core bench scientists through to a whole range of unique roles that the pharmacist has great expertise in, because we have an understanding of, one, the drug development process in a lab, but all the way through to what our patients, our doctors and our healthcare professionals need at the end of the day. So they make very good leaders and managers in the healthcare pharmaceutical industry. Pharmacy course here at UEA has, as far as I'm aware, 100% employability in the 6 to 12, 18-month time frame after the university. We measure our success of our graduate and our training here in 2 ways. One is the route to foundation training is through a national recruitment exercise known as Oriel, where every single pharmacy student in the country completes an assessment and is ranked from the number 1 student downwards. The higher they rank, the more likely they are to secure the foundation training place and location they want. And our students historically have always ranked in the top 10 universities in the UK for performance in that Oriel assessment. The second marker I take is at the registration assessment of the performance of our students. And the registration assessment, we again rank in the top 10 schools of pharmacy in the UK for success in that registration assessment. Many of our students, when I connect with them after they're qualified, have gone on to have fantastic careers, and now what's lovely as someone who's worked at UEA for 20 years, I'm now seeing the students I taught early in that period being the leaders in our region, in the profession, who are then bringing resource, networks and links back to the school to help our current undergraduate students. We currently have around 5 Korean students in each year of our course, and they are a really lovely addition to our course because they help diversify that experience that makes a really rich teaching environment for our students. We take a little while sometimes to adjust to life in the UK and studying overseas, and we have a number of mechanisms to try and support that process in how we group the students up in our different classes so they get to meet a wide variety of students all the time, so they're not stuck with the same people, and the types of tasks we get them to do, such as in their first year they have to go out and do some volunteering so they get to experience a different aspect of life they will not have seen before. So we have lots of support mechanisms along with their personal advisor who will really build a personal and professional relationship with that student to understand their needs and the support they may need going through a programme that is not in their home country. If you are choosing to come to the University of East Anglia, you're coming to a beautiful campus environment, a friendly university and a course whose mantra is, if you are healthy and happy, you will perform well. And that is what we try and put in place to support our students. The additional benefit of coming to UEA is the environment, which means we have fantastic links with a range of employers regionally. We can give you full experience not only of the pharmacy world, but links to the other healthcare professionals which are going to make you the best healthcare professional you can be through your undergraduate training.